Hey guys, welcome back to the 415 podcast with your girls, Miss B.
And Kita.
Hey girl,
Hey,
what you doing?
never listen to this podcast.
What podcast?
The 415 podcast.
Yeah!
And,
With Miss B.
and Kita. Well, I got you. So
That's
somebody
what she
said, yours
Y'all know,
was made fresh.
y'all know when I got mine. She said she was making it for her coworker.
What up, y'all? What up?
What it
Now
do, shout?
time out.
What it do, shout?
What it do, shout at me.
So yeah, what you been up to? I'm gone. I ain't there no more. You and your feelings.
No.
You see what I'm saying? She don't care about me.
I don't agree. You?
And that line is hilarious when we get to
And the things that you do.
yo, that line is hilarious. It's funny. Um but yeah, we have like a big announcement. We've kind of been saying it, a couple of episodes in, talking about it, but times are changing. This is episode 170, and we're just kind of like putting it out there, like the 415 podcast is going to be ending, guys.
It's gonna be in there.
Yeah, with much thought, conversations, we just have a lot of competing ventures, on each individual side. So we think, cutting down on the time on the podcast will allow us to kind of, venture out and grow those said ventures. But one good thing is we're going to keep everything up on YouTube, so you'll be able to still listen, still watch us, and then from time to time, we may drop a new something depending on how we feel. But as far as like, being on the streaming platforms, we won't be there. So we'll be on YouTube and we'll be on Instagram. But, just like TV shows, TV shows don't last forever. Well, Law and Order is that's a whole, that's never going to end. But like TV shows, like Insecure, everybody's upset, but it's ending, We feel like we've talked about everything under the sun. I mean, don't believe us? Go back to episode 1 to now 170, 170, 170. We touched on everything from, the Black Lives Matter to all the police brutality, all the, internet stuff, politics, everything we talked about, mental health, and a lot of our topics became major topics later on. So we were the first to talk about it, and then it hits mainstream. So I felt like we had a nice little call to action to do this. And I think for me, because what I wanted as a teenager is I wanted to have my own show. I wanted my own radio something. I've always been the type to be, now I'm not saying I'm the center of attention, but personality would tell you otherwise. But I always wanted something I can be like, you know what? I have my own show. I have my, turn my mic up, turn it up, sound check. I just wanted to do that. And I just thought it was like, it's dope to be able to go in on something with my BFF. I don't like her on most days, but just like she said, she don't mess with me. I don't be messing with her. And that's why we work. But yeah, I always wanted to do that. And I think in my mind, I had 4 years. And we started the thoughts around the 415 podcast December 2018.
2017.
Yes, 2017. And then January 2018 when it came out. So I was like, well, if we, were to go all the way to January, it's like straight 4 years. So we did good to be doing this, because at first it was just a hobby. It wasn't something that we were trying to monetize in the beginning. It was just like, okay, this is cool. This is fun. It's a nice little platform to really just, speak our views. So that's my take.
It wasn't my idea. It was all Miss B. All I said was, all right, let's go. And let's go. Let's do it. I mean, you can always put things under your belt. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? No, but having a podcast, it helped me express my voice, because I was not the person that very expressive at times. And so it helped me in that sense. I was able to put myself out there, vulnerability and things. And I'm like, oh God, I cannot believe I'm putting this out there. So if you don't know, like, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. If you want to know something, all you gotta do is listen to them episodes. And that's how you know this is how you know people don't pay you attention. Because everything is in those podcast episodes. So if you're not supporting, or if you're not catching what we put out there, child, that lets me know exactly who you are in my life. But everything is out there.
Yeah. And that's a good point you made, because I think a lot of that for me was, do we have the support from the people that's near and dear? That was always my thing. Like, why is it that when somebody in the family starts something, the whole family won't rush to it? Why are we the only culture where when somebody has an idea and wants to push it out to market, nobody is pushing it with them? Nobody's like, being that word of mouth, because it's free. Word of mouth is free. You're always communicating. You're always talking to somebody. It's nothing to be like, yeah, my cousin's starting something. My sister's starting something. My aunt's doing this. Why is it that our culture is the one where we just can't come together and help each other? Because when one win, we all win. Mm-hmm. In my mind, that's just what I thought. You look at all those other communities, those other cultures. Listen, the people coming from other countries coming here and making it big. Expansion.
Because they know how to work together.
Yes, they live together. They get one house, they buy it. Okay? That's what they do. They buy it. So now they got what they call equity, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody live up in there. And each one takes their turn to start something. And all the money gets pulled in. Mm-hmm. And then the next person's turn. And then the next person's turn. And then all the people in the house got a business. Why we can't do that? Attitude.
Because we don't know how to work together.
Oh, you think you better
do each other?
Why is it always a competition? When did me and Keita compete? You heard me. When did me and Keita competition? When did we compete?
And, I tried to tell somebody that the other day, I don't do no competition. I don't do well with trying to compete with somebody else. Like, because I have the nonchalant attitude and would say F it in a minute. Like, you want me to do what? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't do I don't even compete at work. I'm like, first person, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I go at my own pace. And if I got to compete with you, ciao, bye.
The only time I was going to compete is if I was on that track. That's it. Because that's a motivation right there on the track. Like, I feel you coming. Oh, word? Oh, okay. That's it. But in my real life, I'm not doing that. I'm going to work the way I need to work, because I don't like to do things more than once. I want to get it right the first time. Mm-hmm. Like, because you put something out, I got to rush. No. I'm going to put it out when I put it out. Just because it's trending now, I mean, I can't do it later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all those TikTokers, they be having new trends. I be like 3-4 months late. I'm still gonna do it though. So again, competition, no. When you do it, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it when I'm getting ready to do it. That's how I operate.
Child, listen. Do you?
But yeah, you know, it's been a cool ride. You know, we had some cool people come on the show. We interviewed some good people. We learned a lot. We grew a lot. And we have a lot of experience to add to our resume. Because starting a podcast from ground up, can't talk. I mean, having no clue how to even do it. But we did it. Listen, I remember the first couple, was it a year we was using Google Hangouts? Where like the editing for Google Hangouts, because there was no way to I guess record through there.
Because we was recording on lip sync. No,
Audacity, yeah.
We recorded on Audacity on my on
each side.
I had a file. We would just be on video talking. It's like then when Zoom hit, we was like,
And thanks to Keita, because I was scared to go Zoom, because I was like, I ain't never heard of that. And she was like, but yeah, I was like,
I said, hit it with the Zoom shot. And we seen that it extracts the voice, the audio. Oh Lord, thank you, Jesus.
And the MP4.
And the MP4, we was like, we good. My editing time went down like 50%.
No, Keita, because she brought that out there, because I had no clue about Zoom. So that was all Keita.
Listen.
I was like, you sure?
Yes, do it.
I was like, I ain't never heard of no Zoom. I wish I would have got some shares in that though.
Listen.
I wish I would have, because nobody knew a pandemic was coming. Well, maybe they did. We just didn't know.
Right. And I think, you know, because you know, being that we're going to keep everything on YouTube and still put out certain things as, you know, when we feel like it, it's really going to give people a chance to see us, how we started and where we continuing to go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the dope part of it. That's the dope part. Mindset, everything, like.
And like, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, and we want to encourage our listeners, because look, I looked up again because I love looking up the geography. Like, where are our listeners? We had one person from Israel. Come on, Holy. One person over there. So I look, thank you. Like, we really appreciate our listener base, because, you know, we got Belgium, we got the Netherlands, we had Nigeria up in there, Germany, Australia, New Zealand was up in there, obviously all of US, across New York, Georgia, Cali, everywhere in the US, and Canada was in there. Come through. So I'm like, I'm trying to go to all of them countries. Look, I'm trying to put that on my bucket list, because I think actually tomorrow the US borders is supposed to open up November 8th. So people are going to be traveling back into the US. And I think people are trying to figure out when Americans can actually go overseas or whatever. And that's supposed to open up. So I'm like, look, I need to put these countries on my bucket list, because y'all was supporting. We appreciate it. But we do hope that you guys will email us. We'd love to add, you know, your emails to, you know, our list, so we can, you know, keep in contact if we, you know, have anything coming up, because we really encourage you to follow us on our, you know, other channels. You know, I'm 2 Snaps Let's Work. That's the runway stuff. That's the thrifting stuff. So we encourage you to follow me there. And if Keita wants to share hers, but it'd be nice that you guys can, you know, we can still stay in contact with y'all and not just lose you here, you know. So, But yeah.
What you gave me your Instagram?
Uh-huh.
I halfway know mine half the time. It's underscore Kita underscore Kita KITA underscore B underscore. That's
Yep.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
I changed my name so much, child.
Right. Yep. So yeah, you can just see what we do, what we're working on, that kind of stuff. But we're gonna do our final episode for the 17th. That's gonna be our farewell. So that'll just be a fun episode where we just talk about all the good stuff, and hey, maybe we'll toast it up. But like I said, TV shows come to an end. You know, movie sequels, they don't always come after, it's the second. You may get a third, but after that, that's it. And it's just like, we didn't want to, what they say when you say you've, something, you're welcome. Overstay. We didn't want to overstay our welcome, where we're just like talking about stuff that really don't mean, because we don't have anything to talk about. So we knew when we hit that, is it a plateau? Is that what it is? We knew when we hit that, he's like, all right, we done got to where we can get to. And I think we pretty much had who we needed to come on as far as like guests. And like I said, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was fun. We did everything we supposed to. The 415 has served its purpose.
Hello.
We put our voice out there, we put our face out there, we put everything, we expose ourselves.
Yeah.
Something that we don't like today. So let you know, we do not like to expose ourselves. We're very private people.
Yeah. Right.
So you basically have the diary of Miss B and Kita. This is our online diary. So
believe that.
I'm saying, yeah.
And if this is your first time here, hey. And also, sorry. But again, you can catch up, from episode 1 to episode 170. I'm telling you, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to laugh some more, you're going to be angry. There's a whole lot of emotions up in all the episodes. But I think you're going to laugh more than cry, because we were showing up. Okay. We're Aries. Okay. The 415 is a combination of our birthdays. April 1st is Kita, April 15th, me. 415. Got it? April 1, 5, that thing. So we are a lot. Aries are fun. We the life of the party. I'm just saying, that's what you're gonna get. That's the energy you get. But again, like we said, you can follow us on our personal, so you can just keep up with us and you don't, lose us. But it's like when you start businesses, some businesses, you like, all right, we done did our thing. We're going to move on to something else. So we want to bring our listeners, like you will bring your clients to your next thing, maybe it'll benefit them. So I'm working on, runway coaching, modeling, working with the youth development, thrifting, reselling. I might mess around with some photography. I always talked about doing something like that, but yeah, I got a couple things under my belt that I'm trying to do. So yeah. And then if you really kicking it with us, you're gonna see what's gonna happen 2022 with me. So yeah, a lot of big stuff. This is a good way to end off 2021, which was like, 2020, 2021 were the 2 toughest years, I think, in history for my life, 38 years on this earth.
On this what?
On this earth, wind, and fire. Okay, literally, earth, wind, and fire.
But F.
Earth. Like Nick Cannon said on "Love Don't Cost a Thing" with Steve Harvey. But in my time, this is the outside, I would say, of 9/11. This is one of the biggest, craziest years in my lifetime that I can say. So I think we're ending it on a good note. Me and Kitty, we ain't pulling each other hair out. We still got our hair together. We still friends.
Right, because folks be like, what's going on with them?
Oh, y'all ain't cool no more. Now we good.
One thing I noticed, right? I noticed about my friends, but I noticed it's been particular to me and Miss B.
Mm.
There could be a moment where we kind of like, but still, we're like this, but still, you know what I'm saying? And it's happened a few times.
Yeah.
It happened a few times. But other people,
when that happens.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because you allow yourself to have that moment to grow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about that yesterday. It's like, you're like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't like that. Everybody don't understand that either.
Mm-hmm. And I think because we kind of go through the same stuff after each other. Like she can be in her zone, like this week is a bad week or these 2 weeks is bad. And then I'm good in that time. But she won't reach out and I won't reach out. Not on some like, oh, she ain't hit me, so I ain't gonna hit her. It's just like, we just doing what we doing. And then the following week, I'll be going through my stuff. And she won't reach out and I won't reach out. And that'll be a long time between, us not reaching out to each other. But when we reach out, so Shawty. Right. What the hell you didn't call me? Man, I had man.
Call your ass, man.
You ain't called nothing. Cause look, when I text you, you text me back. But it just be like that. Cause I'm that person. I be talking smack, but it don't look. If I'm really pissed, she'll know. She know. I ain't gotta say too many words. She like, all right. Yeah. It's like when your friends know you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You be like,
well, you know.
You done?
Is that all it? Right, so what else? Well, Keita ain't gonna do this. What else?
You good? I got it right here. All right, what?
So, yeah, so I understand that, because that's been my thing. And we talked about it on the podcast. You losing friends, letting go, moving forward. I mean, these are all topics that we just talked about. And I think some of them we talked about twice. Mm-hmm. It's like, we talked about it, but we still ain't been delivered. So let's talk about it again. So, yeah. It's not goodbye. It's, see you later. We'll see you later. And
the other day it was goodbye.
Right, but you're gonna see us in other, on other light, and we'll be working.
I'm talking about when we was talking. It was goodbye.
Yeah, because I had yeah. It's like this is it. That's it.
But I knew because I know my friend. You gotta let her vent sometimes. You gotta let her get it. See, you gotta let her get it out. You know what I mean? You gotta let her get it out, let her vent. Say what she got to say. And it just moves. It's like, I know what you about to say in a couple more days. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. But again, like we will always be the 415. That's the thing. Before this whole podcast was started, that was us. I think we grew close because of how similar we were. Mm-hmm. How we moved, with our birthdays being in the same month, it just made it even better. Mm-hmm. So we were always a 415. So that's how the podcast really came. Like, you know what? We be talking some mess. We be talking some good stuff on the phone. Mm-hmm. People need to be in on this conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's take it to the masses. And that's how it came about. So again, like we're ending this platform on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and all of them. Mm-hmm. But us as a unit, the 415 is still going to be official. Mm-hmm. So yeah. We just won't be putting it out so that you can download it. You just have to go to YouTube. And everybody uses YouTube. That's one of the reasons why we say, we should start putting this on YouTube. Because we know podcasts are supposed to be audio. But nowadays, everybody's so into video, if you haven't noticed, in the advertising space. Yes, advertising space. They're not doing display ads. They're doing video ads. Display used to be like those little square boxes, which they still do on YouTube. But they're really paying for more video because that's what people want to see. They want to see movement. They ain't even got to be listening. They just want to see what you're doing. So YouTube was definitely a good move. So we got to work on promoting our YouTube. So we can still do that in the 415. You feel me? But yeah, y'all. It was fun. That's I can't stress it enough. We got look, in 2 weeks, he's gonna be on Sunday. We gonna be like, Keita. Oh, never mind. I'll just say hey. Ma'am, it's 1 o'clock. Where you at? Huh? What you talking about? Girl, I'm out the country. What? You know we got oh, never mind. Never mind. You know, that's how it is. You know, it's like leaving a 9 to 5 and now you got your own business and you ain't gotta wake up early.
Right.
So like I said, it would be really, really lovely if you can either, leave us an email, drop us an email, or, go follow our personal pages. Also, I think follow the 415 because I think we'll still keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll still keep that IG up. And we can just use that as, when we're together, we can just post as a unit. Because again, like I said, we're still at 415. We'll just update our bio and all that good stuff. So you can still reach us.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Can't do that again though. I think we're good. Oh, that boy good. That boy good time. So that's it. Final episode next week, the 17th. And then it's happy holidays, happy new year, all that good stuff. And yeah. So until next time, like we always say, be kind, do something good for somebody, crack a smile. Yes. All right, y'all. It's your girls, Miss B.
And Keita.